Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. The movie I'm getting ready to talk about was a film that came out in 2010, I believe in January. It's about 2 years old, and it's a film that stars Ethan Hawke, William Dafoe, and Sam Neill, and it's a film called Daybreakers. And let me get to the plot of the film before I start talking about my opinion of it. Film basically takes place about 10 years in the future, and it's a film about vampires, and in this film, vampires are treated as a cancer, and it's not a good thing to be a vampire. The vampires are actually split up into two groups. The rich vampires kind of run the whole show. They kind of run what's going on. They live in all the good parts of town. They're rich. And then there's the poor ones that can't afford blood, because in this movie, blood is sold. It's sold in their coffee. They have like 20% of blood in the coffee, It's sold. And if you don't have enough blood, if you can't buy the blood, then you live in the sewers and kind of in the tunnels and kind of the scum, and the kind of in the scum parts, the bad parts of town. Two levels of being a vampire. And in this film, only about 5% of humans are left. Everyone else, politicians, everyone is a vampire. And Ethan Hawke's character in this film, is a vampire, of course. And they're trying to find a blood substitute because once, they're trying to say, if humans, go away, then, if they all leave, where are they going to get their blood source from? Because they need, the human blood source so bad. Where are they going to get it from? So Ethan Hawke's character starts testing animals and stuff like that, and he pretty much tries to find a blood substitute that they can use instead of actual human blood. But, now that's pretty much the plot of the film. Let's get to my opinion of it. After watching this film, I was like, I didn't even know what to think about it. Kind of the same way I felt about The Innkeepers, but a little different. Because I'll be honest, I liked the film when I had watched it, but I was like, I don't know how to take this. It's so much different. The concept of the film, I'll be honest, is actually cooler than the movie itself. Just the concept of that vampirism, whatever you want to call it, has taken over the entire world, and that there's only a certain amount of humans left, and humans, in this film, humans are being captured and they're being pretty much contained, and the vampires, pretty much sucking all the blood out of them just so the vampires can live on and become dominant, in the system of the world and the universe. But anyways, that's not too spoiler heavy because you find all these things out pretty quick in the film because it's not a slow movie. There's a lot that goes on. The thing I love with this film too is that it blends a lot of genres. Like it's not just an action film, it's not just a thriller, it's not just horror, it's like an action thriller horror. It blends all these cool things, like a lot of people, don't like Underworld. I kind of like Underworld, but, it's not like Underworld, though. It actually sets itself apart from other films that are vampire films. It sets itself apart to become something that's really cool and has a really decent payoff at the end of the film. And, one of the things I love about this film is the way the vampires look. Once they start to, decay and lose their blood, their hair falls out, they grow wings, and it looks really cool. There's some great gore effects throughout the entire film. I love how this film, like I said, there's action in it, there's thrills, there's not a lot of, there's not really any cheap scares like a lot of those, PG-13 horror films. When this film was rated R, and it goes all the way, and it's blood and gore, and that's one of the things I like about it. Not that I'm a gore hound. I do like gore. I guess I am kind of a gore hound. But, with all that blood and all that stuff aside, the film feels cool, and if I had to give it a 1 out of 10 rating, I'd give it a solid 8, maybe even a 9. And I know I say this on my other videos, but I might even give it a 9 just because of the last, 40 minutes of the film, because the film really picks up the pace. It has a few, not really twists, but kind of some minor twists, about 2 minor twists towards the end of the film. And, it's directed by, Michael Spurg and Peter Spurg, the Spurg brothers, and I don't think they've done too much. I think they've done about 3 films. They always direct together. They did a film called Undead, I believe, in 2003. I've never seen it. I have no idea what it's about. Anyways, they did that. And they haven't really done much, but I really hope that they keep directing films because I really feel like The Daybreakers was a great film. Some people said it had a kind of a Matrix vibe to it, and it did, but it's really, when you think about it, it's nothing like The Matrix. But it does have some kind of sci-fi feels to it. That's pretty much my review of Daybreakers. Like, comment, subscribe to my page, and I will see you guys later.